Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Kola Vijay Shekhar. Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Kola Vijay Shekhar. I am the student of Dr. NRS Government Ayurvedic College, Vijayawada. So, as you all know, my mission is vision our mission. Every ophthalmologist or every doctor is working for the health of the person, or an ophthalmologist is not only working for the vision but also helping the doctors in the diagnosis of various diseases through the ophthalmology. So Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam, and mine are, I am working as a professor of ophthalmology. I am working as a professor of ophthalmology in Guntur Medical College, Andhra Pradesh, and I am attached with Almighty Nursing Home, Bhavanipuram, Vijayawada 12. I am also consultant to the Akshaya Hospital, Kottapeta, Vijayawada. So, I am the basically BAMS student from Dr. NRS Government Ayurvedic College. Aishaha Vedaha Ayurvedaha. This is the definition which was told to me by my teachers and our teachers. And they also said it is a Shirite iti Shariraha. As with that dialogue or with that wording, the entire, and my salute to Lord Dhanvantari, Ashwini Devatas, or Brahma, and the entire India is grateful to Surgeon Sushruta, who is the father of the Indian surgery. And as you all know that evolution has come from as for the Bhagavad Gita or for the Bible. So in the Bible, God has created for 6 days the entire universe, who is unseen and is only almighty power. He has created and for 6 days. And he has created here the Indriyas. There are 5 Gnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. And out of 5 Gnanendriyas, you all know that is, one is I, which is Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam, and the rest of the things. So today's our topic is Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. Out of all the Panchagranendriyas or Sarvendriyas, Nayanam was given as the importance. So this is dealt in Susruta or whatever by the Shalakya Tantra. It was the references were taken from Susruta Sharir, Susruta Uttastan, and Vagbhata. First of all, before going to start this session, I am thankful to my teachers of Ayurvedic College, NRS Government Ayurvedic College, and my parents, and my postgraduate students, and my students, and my sister, Dr. Vijay Kumar, the professor of Ayurvedic College. So you know that the definitions of eye, the various synonyms are 1. Netra, Nayana, Akshi, Lochana, Drushti, and Chakshu. So here, coming to the Akshi, it is something like orbital system, where the orbit like. Coming to the Nayana, which is a peaceful, when the eyes are peaceful, it gives a very peace to the person. So the peacefulness starts from the eyes, hence the Nayana is there. Lochana means it's a pond of water, where there is simple, and the eye looks like a Lochana. And Drushti is that entire universe is seen through this, hence the Drushti is, and Chakshu is another synonym. So what is the definition of Susruta Sarir about the Nayana is, he says, Susruta mentions eyeball, not only eyeball, but the orbit. He says, eye orbit is 2 angulas or 4 centimeter. If you compare from nasal to the median, from upper to lower, this orbit is about 4 centimeters or 2 angulas. Coming to the eyeball proper, he says Budbudha, a ball-like structure, and it is something like one's own thumb, and the circumference is 2.5 angulas, or roughly it is 5 centimeters, and the shape is round. And he compared it with the nipple of a cow. So totally, it is something like a small lemon fruit. And allopathy says that the modern size, what so-called we say, it is an allopathy says orbit is 40 to 45 mm in width or height. The volume is 30 ml. The intraorbital width is 25 millimeters. Eyeball, it is antero-posteriorly 24 millimeters. Horizontally, it is 23.5 millimeters. Vertically, it is 23 millimeters. And circumference is 75 millimeters. And the volume of the eyeball is 6.5 ml and weight is 7 grams. To compare this, long back, Surgeon Susruta mentioned the orbit sizes, the eyeball shape, and it looks like the nipple of a cow, and the shape also mentioned what the modern medicine also says. So once again, Ayurveda dealt long back ago. So what is this eye? And as per our Ayurvedic concept, eye is everything is related to Panchamahabhutas, and the number 8 is the most important factor in Ayurveda. In Panchakarma relations, you know that Panchamahabhutas, like there is a the Prithvi Bhota, or Tejo Bhota, or Vayu Bhota, or Jala Bhota, Akasha Bhota. When this Panchabhautikatvam was compared with Ayurveda, especially in ophthalmology, the Natra Budbhuta, Prithvi, which is solid or something shape-giving structure. That's why in the Bible, God has created the earth first. The earth is there, the floating of waters are there, without lighting. So here, in this also, the Prithvi which is there, which is giving some shape, that has given the Natra Budbhuta. And he also added muscles to the eye, so that is also from Prithvi Bhota. If any person is suffering with eye problems or ocular motility, it says that there is something problem with the Prithvi Bhota. And with this, he has created the light. The God has created the light. Here the light is Tejo Bhota. In this Tejo Bhota, the Agni is the main thing where the Drushti, the concept of Drushti has come. Next, he has created for the production, the lids and the cornea. Cornea means Vayu Bhota. What is this cornea? Vayu, as the modern people think, that is something like gas. But the great Ayurveda says Vayu means Va Gati Gandayo. Gati means your locomotion. Gandayo means it is a sensory system. The entire sensory system, the entire sensory system consists of the 5 sense organs and locomotory system and sensory system. Here, the sensory system includes the most is Sarvendra Nayanam Pradhanam. Coming to the other part, Sita, that is white portion of the eye. White portion of the eye. It is a jala. See, whenever we see certain people, we say, what man, your eyes are dry. What man, your face is not something like your lost, anything like that, we say. It is all due to Jala Bhota, which is covering on the anterior surface of the eye. That what we say tear film in the allopathy, and we say Jala Bhota in Ayurveda. And again is this Ashru Marga, that is Akash. Akash means it's a space. You can grow up like anything of any place. It is Akasha Bhuta. So this is Ashru Marga. So dear friends and doctors, my dear doctors, from my student period of Ayurvedic, my teachers, Surgeon Susrata's concept, one is that they said that the most important is Susrata Shariristhanam, which I was very much interested. The most important shloka is Sarvabhutana Makaranam Sattvarajastam. Like the most important shloka, I felt very much when my teachers explained that. So here, evolution of the eye, how the eye was evoluted. Not only the eye, the entire universe, the entire everything, the human body. The God has, Bible says, the God has, after creating the evolution, God has created Purusha. From Purusha, the Purusha was derived. Here also, dear doctors, evolution of the eye, Susruta explained, Sarvabhota Chinta Shariram. Everything is from the Chintana of the Shariram is from the Sarvabhutas. The latent supreme nature, that what we say, Prakriti in Ayurveda and the Almighty in the modern science. It consists of 3 fundamentals, that is one is Sattva, Rajasa and Tamas. It is embedded in 8-fold categories. First is Avyaktam. Many people say that they have seen the God. it is avyaktam. None has seen the God, only the light of the God has seen by the common man or anyone. And God has, it is avyaktam, it is unmanifested. God creates everything through his power, that is the Mahan, that is intellectual, he is intellectual. And he had his self-o, God is the only person, he had his only ahankara, that is egoism. So, dear doctors, the entire evolution of the universe is by these three, that is avyaktam, Mahan and ahankaram plus tanmatra, that is what we said, Panchabhautikatam or Panchamahabhutas. So coming to this evolution of Netra, because this especially the Netra was given importance because Netra is Sarvendriyam Nayanam Pradhanam, Panchagnanendriyam Nayanam Pradhanam. So the entire body, it is the root marker of any person is the eye. Hence the eye is given such an importance. This eightfold, what I said, Panchamahabhutas, Avyakta Manas and all those things, it produces Sthavar and Jangamatma, that is live and non-live, and plant kingdom and animal kingdom was produced. Like this, the entire universe is produced, and God has given three important things. Vaikarika, as you all know that it is Satvika in nature, Taijasam, that is Rajasam, and Bhutadi, Tamasam. Like that, the entire nature is made up of this for the evolution of Netra. And he also given Pancha Tanmatras, that is all you know that the ether, or do we say space, air, gas, heat, that is Agnibhota, fluid, water, and earth solids. You all know that the entire universe is made up of solids, liquids and gases. When liquids and gases mixes, it becomes water, that is H2O, oxygen and hydrogen and combined, you know H2O, and it comes to this. So hence, you know that the Bhagavad Gita great shloka also is there. Everyone will live, everyone will live. That is hence the first definition is Shiryate Shiriraha. Like that, this is the concept of that. And Panchamahabhuta and Naina. This Naina, what I said is, it's a peaceful, the word meaning I gave for the Naina. So, for us, the Adhisthana Devata is the sun. Sun is means light. So, without light, you cannot see anything. We are not nocturnal animals. We are the animals. The man is an animal who can see in the daytime. So like that, without sun, without light, without God, without Tejobhuta, you cannot see. And the Adibhutam is Ropam. So it gives a shape and size and structure of anything. Hence the Adibhutam is Ropam. What is this Chakshundriyam? It is made up of Tejobhuta. What are the properties of Tejobhuta? The main thing is, if the Tejobhuta, you know that this Panchabhautikatvam, or when you talk of the Pitta or Vata, so this says that the tejas are, it gives the ropam, it gives the shape, it gives the tapam, it's the prakasham, eyes are shining, it's lusterless, and kopam, and tekshnatvam, and shauryam. Everything is exposed and expressed by the eye only, that is our Naina. It was expressed in Ayurveda also. And it is Shukla Divarnam. And moreover, it is Prakashavantam. It is Chanchala, it has movements. And it has three gunas, that is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Tejas. In the Tejas consists of these three, that is by Shabda, eye movement takes place, by Sparsha, I can feel, by Ropam, I can feel. So the speciality of this is, and coming to the allopathy science, embryology. So here, dear doctors, what is the embryology of the eye? I said about the embryology or the evolution of the eye in our faculty of the Ayurveda. Coming to the embryology of the eye, it is from 4th to 8th week in the intrauterine life or the fetal life, what I say. But it develops up to 9th month. It develops up to 9th month. Not only of the 9th month. In the allopathy, in the modern science, the lens grows up till the person dies. And the other textbook of Gray's Anatomy, it says that the lens grows up to the 80 years of age. Hence, postnatally, visual pathway is developed, macula fixation is developed, eye movements are developed, cornea and lens are developed, and maturation occurs. Hence, the eye is the only structure starting at the level of 4th week of intrauterine life, and it grows up to almost all till the senile or geriatric age group. Coming to the anatomy in Ayurveda, we say Sharira Rachana. I am once again thankful to my Sharira Rachana teachers like Dr. Rangachari, Dr. Jelani sir, who pushed me and helped me to read myself. So very simply, it was divided like 5 mandalas. What is mandala? Mandala means certain space. The mandala looks like a sphere or a area. in this mandala, the area, the sphere, there are 5 mandalas were mentioned in our Ayurvedic subject. And again, sandhi, joints between tissue and tissue, between layer and layer, the joints were kept. There are about 6 junctions were kept. And coming to the patal, you know the word patalam. Patalam means it's a big sheet, a layer, big area. So there are 6. So dear doctors, as for our Sharir Rachana, which is beautifully mentioned and high levelly mentioned, is there are 5 mandalas, there is spheres or areas, and sandhis are 6, and patalas are something like that. Coming to mandalas, what are these mandalas? So I said mandala means something like area or like this. There are Pakshmagata mandalas. See here, Pakshma means the area of eyelashes. You are seeing here eyelashes. There are upper eyelashes, lower eyelid eyelashes. So this is Pakshmagata mandala. So area of eyelashes. Then we are talking about Vartmagata mandala, area of the eyelids. So this is the upper lid and this is the lower lid. So this is mentioned. We are very grateful to our surgeon Susruta, Charaka and Vagbata. As you all know that they mentioned it long back ago. So here Vartman, area of the eyelids. So they are very conscious of the eyelids because eyelids gives a beauty. Hence they give importance for the Vartma. And Shweta, that is which is seen white in nature. See, this is the Shweta mandala. That is the sclera, conjunctiva, all this Shweta mandala. And they give the Krishna mandala. That is the black portion. That is the cornea. Krishna mandala means Krishna is black in color. That's the Krishna mandala. Here the controversy starts because you all know that once upon a time there lived the dinosaurs. Now the dinosaurs are not there. Once upon a time there is no coronavirus. Now we are suffering the coronavirus. Like that, in those days they have seen with their drishti, with their power, with their atma, and they have given, the commentators has given. All we cannot compare to the present existing one, nor we can dump that into this or this into that. So again, drishti, area of drishti is the pupil, the central portion. So for understanding of my postgraduate of Shalakya students or my allopathy students or my Unani students or Homeo students or Siddha students or whoever it may be, Sarvendriyam Nayanam Pradhanam with all these mandalas. Next coming is this sandhis, joints. So sandhi means joint. So the combination. So one is present between the eyelashes and lids. See here, you are seeing the eyelash and the lids. So there is a junction. So what we say, it is an eyelid margin. There are certain diseases, eyelid margin is there. Next is, that is eyelid present between the Pakshma, eyelashes and eyelids. Next one is between Vartma and sclera. You see, these are the lids are present and the eyelash. So this is what we can say as for allopathy or the modern medicine, we can say it is the fornix, the junction between the palpebral conjunctiva and the bulbar conjunctiva. Palpebral conjunctiva is a part of the lid. So the lids are attached to the globe by this palpebral conjunctiva, the fornix. And next one is between Shukla and Krishna. That is, allopathy says limbus. This is the limbus. Between the white and the black of the eye, this is the limbus. Next one is between Krishna and Guru. Here, dear doctors and friends, my dear students of Ayurvedic and allopathy, here the concept of drishti is different. Here, allopathy says pupil is something like, but here the drishti means Sushruta has considered from the pupil, from the center to the retinal level. So into the depth like a streak went to there, and hence this is, so here once again this is the drishti, or this is the drishti, or here from starting from here to here it is coming like this. Next one is patalam. I said patalam means something like a battalion, the open space. There are 2 patalas. Here this is upper lid. Here this is upper and lower like this. Again he said 4 patalas are present in there. So there are 6 patalas. So right eye, left eye, upper and lower, there's a 2 is over doctors, and 4 patalas is, that is external patala is the outermost layer. What I am thinking here is, there's a controversy between many books I have seen of like various others from Chaukamba or from Kerala or from Tamil Nadu or from our Hindi versions. But what I think with my experience of as a professor and as an Ayurvedic student and allopathy student, still I am a student of medicine. So my idea I am giving, it is not a compulsory. You also can add, you can also interact with me in a long course. So what I am thinking is, what is that is external patala. That is outermost layer. The most important wording is seat of the Jala and Tejas. So here I think that the anterior segment, what we see, that is when the eyes are open, when the lids are open, the palpebra is open. That's why the lids are known as the protectors of the eye. Eyeball is protected anteriorly by the lids, posteriorly by the bony socket orbit. So here, when the lids are open, when the lids are open, here you are seeing the shiny, lusterful, glowing anterior part. That is, when the eye is dried up, you say, what man, your face is lusterless, what happened to your eyes? Like this, you say here, the first layer, what I am thinking is, that is, the first layer of Tejas is outermost layer. The second layer is seat of pista muscles, he says. When you open the cornea, you can see the iris and the ciliary body. Like that, ciliary body consists of ciliary muscles and iris consists of sphincteral dilator pupil. I think Surgeon Sushruta might think like that, and there are the muscles are there, hence it is the second patella, and in allopathy we say it is uvea or tunica vasculosa. Coming to the third patella, this is all, dear doctors, it's my idea. It may be correct or may not be correct. So, but the textbooks have given like this. Coming to the inside, just you go inside, you see this is the seat of Mathis. That means Surgeon Sushruta thought it's something like white, there's a fat. Here, in a mature or an young, the lens is also something like white in color. And the vitreous, which is a jelly-like, is also like a Mathis. Coming to the fourth patella, Asti is the bony orbit. What I am thinking is that one. So my concept as for the patellas is this one. 2 patellas, external side, 4 patellas, what we say from above downwards, from superior to posterior, for anterior to posterior I am saying. Coming here, allopathy side, we compare this with Ayurvedic. We know that many blood vessels are there. The eyeball is supplied with blood vessels, your doctors, arteries, veins, lymphatics and nerves also. Here also we say sera, vessels are there, and we say kandaras, Ayurvedic says ligaments are there, Mathis, fat is there. Eyeball, I said the orbit is 30 cc in volume, whereas eyeball is 6.5. So there's a lot of space. In this space, eyeball is present in the center. So God has given protection. So if you take a cup and if you take a grape inside, if you move it, the grape will become juice. Eye also should not be disturbed. Hence, the eyeball was kept in the orbit. Hence, it is protected on either side by, see here, the muscles were there, the fat is there, the blood vessels are there, and here, kalaka means bony sockets, and shleshma, kapha is present. If kapha is not there, your ocular movements are restricted. It's not shiny. You see, just if you sprinkle some water on the fresh leafy vegetables, the leafy vegetables look fresh. If the leafy vegetables is kept dry, they become dry and they're lusterless and they are something like what you say, old age. Here, doctor, so this is this. And the most important, what do we say, the entire eyeball, once again, Sarvendra Nayanam Pradhanam means it is supplied by extra nerves rather than any other. Why? Because it consists of cranial nerves. They are also known as orbital nerves. No other part in the body has such a rich nerve supply. They are second nerve. You also know this optic nerve, third nerve, oculomotor nerve, fourth nerve, trochlear nerve, fifth nerve, trigeminal nerve, sixth nerve, abducens nerve, and seventh nerve, facial nerve. Not only this, the vagus nerve also has a connection oculocardiac reflex. They are students, for the students. The vagus nerve got its name by, there is the nerve of vagabond. It moves from here to here, hence the name is derived. So here you are seeing the most important, now supplies to the muscles, now supplies to here, the coming to the cornea like this. So here, you know that Surgeon Sushruta says 38 vessels are going up and down. Here, if you compare with the modern size, there are arterial system, venous system, lymphatic system. So here if you see the arterial system, you know the internal carotid and external carotid arteries, here they are going and supplying to the brain and the eyeball proper. And also here also, there are also venous, what we say, sera, they are also present here, and the lymphatic supply is also so. Here, what do you mean by lymph? The word meaning of, for my postgraduate students, the word meaning of lymph means clear water like. You know, Damanya, Damanha. The dark red blood or thick red blood is there. Sera means something like that. So once again, here, what is the importance of eye? Once again, I am coming back. Importance of eye. This is the most important. Why you should say Sarvendriyam Nayanam Pradhanam? Because It is the organ of vision. The most important is drishti. That was given by the visual, the sense organ, because it also had most important bhotas also. Second, for allopathy people, not only for allopathy people, for our Ayurvedic people, Unani people, it is the organ of diagnosis. See, nowadays we're all depend upon laboratory tests, scanning, radiology, and all those things. Previously, you know that doctor used to, when a patient goes, doctor used to say, come on, look up, come on, look down, like that. They used to count the fingers, the doctors or the general practitioners. So it is also expression, organ of expression. It is an organ of expression. It is an organ of beauty. It's an organ of beauty. And it is an organ of psychology also. So this is all comes under, if you remember the pramanas, pratyaksha pramana, it comes under. You know, darshana, sparshana, like that it went on. So we keep this as a modern science. It is the inspection. In our Ayurvedic, it is pratyaksha pramana. Then you go for the rest of the pramanam, anuvana pramana, yukti pramana, shakti pramana, like that it goes on. So here, this is the pratyaksha pramana. So what I am saying is, what is the vision? You all know that this is the drishti. Surgeon, I think our great surgeon Sushruta think drishti means when the light rays falls in the pupillar area, it passes through and falls on the retina. And here where that pitta, the great pitta, brajaka pitta is present there. So it is a refraction. And second one is accommodation of the eye. This is adjusted by the pupillar muscles. See, most of the doctors who are in the 40 years of age, they have lost accommodation. So they will have spectacles, there's a presbyopia correction. Next one is, here you see the visual pathways. Visual pathways you see. In this also you can enjoy the visual pathway. Now blurred vision. What are the common problems of defective vision? Dear doctors, most of the patients will be coming saying, doctor, I am unable to see the distant vision. Doctor, I am unable to see the near vision. Doctor, when I am seeing the TV, the scrolling is going the wrong way. So I am getting double vision, diplopia, blurred vision, like that. So patient comes, doctor, I am unable to see the cell phone numbers. Doctor, I am a watch repairer. I cannot see. Like that. So these are all the visual defects. And the most thing is for the vision problems. Dear doctors, it is the local problems or ocular problems or systemic diseases, you know, madhumeha, you know, raktabhara adhikyata. There are certain diseases what the great description was given in our Ayurveda, later it was in an allopathy. So here you are seeing the blurred vision, misty vision. Here a boy you are seeing like this, like the visual pathway. And as you know that Sushruta Uttarasthana said, the first symptom, Abhishyanda, it was said about the 76 diseases. Before the 76 diseases are going to start, Abhishyanda is first. In allopathy, the patient comes to you with 5 major symptoms. I teach my postgraduates, if you are perfect in these 5 symptoms, one is defective vision, 2, watering of the eye, 3, redness of the eye, 4, foreign body sensation itching, 5th, pain and headache. If a doctor or a postgraduate, if is perfect in the treatment of these symptoms, is the best practitioner and a successful practitioner. So watering of the eye, the textbook of Sushruta, he guessed it, the first symptom is Abhishyanda. So here, this is watering of the eye, there are many causes, injuries, psychological factors like that. So second one is pain in the eye. Why pain in the eye? You know that Vata predominates. You know that there are 5 vatas are the prana, udana, vyana, samana, pana, vayus. Out of which pranavata is present there. This pranavata which is present, why I am specifically mentioning is the entire nerve, the 5th nerve, the trigeminal nerve is entirely supplying the cornea. So it is a sensory nerve. So every pinch, every minute, every second, the pain is radiated. So pain is due to, you know, see here, you are seeing the foreign body, something rusty particle present in the eye. Here due to the glaucoma, what we say, in the glaucoma, here you are seeing the cornea has become cloudy. And like that here also you have seen this like, and this is all due to the, not only this, due to some injury to this eye, some injury to the eye. When the cornea has some blunt injury to the eye, the patient will have immediately vomiting. He may go into shock because this is due to the oculocardiac reflex of vagus nerve. So, nerve causes damage to the heart or stoppage of the heart. So once again, dear doctors, so there's the pain in the eye. Next one is orbital pain. Routinely you will be knowing in the practice. And frequent blinking. sometimes some patients will be coming to you, they'll be blinking. So other may think that is something eye winking. It's not eye winking, it's a diseased frequent blinking. So it is due to dry eyes and local irritation or something like this, and infrequent blinking. There are certain conditions there the patient will be staring, is unable to blink. Like that, there are conditions also there. And photophobia, this is another condition where you cannot see the light, rather sunlight or heavy lights like that, and you suffer with this. This is also due to anterior segment problems when the cornea is involved. When the cornea is involved. Glare, some will be experiencing glare. This is also another problem, glare. This is also compared with colored halos. So this is very clearly mentioned by Surgeon Sushruta. What allopathy says about the colored halos, it is a glaucoma, corneal scar, something like that. But great Surgeon Sushruta said, it is the Vataja disease. What is the colored halo? What is the Pittaja disease? What are the colored halos? What is the Kaphaja disease? What is the colored halo? What is the Raktaja disease? What is the colored halos? He has said like this. So headache is the most common symptom for the youth and for the old age. If a person of 15 to 20 years or 10 to 20 years coming with a coming of headache, either he had a refractive error, or it is 15 to 25, some psychological, or some 40 years is coming, is Raktabhara, Dikita, or hypertension, the surgeon has to take. So dear doctors, the visual problems, common visual problems are, one is myopia, 2, astigmatism, hypermetropia, like this goes on. Next one is, Surgeon Sushruta said, if Abhishanda was neglected, it leads to Adhimandha. Very good concept. A patient first comes to you and says, Doctor, paani aata hai mere aankh mein, or watering of the eye. He says like that. So when you see why he is crying, when a child comes to you and crying, the mother says and examines him by love and affection. She shares her heart to him. And why my son is crying, why my child is crying. Here also when the eye is crying, you should see. So any corneal involvement are there. So here doctors, you are seeing the corneal opacities, which is centrally, the loss of luster is there. And you are also seeing here the lens, later on we discuss it. And here, I said, eye is an organ of diagnosis. See, doctor sees like this, seeing the palpebral conjunctiva here for the anemia. Here doctor is seeing for the sclera, for jaundice, eyelid swelling, for nephrotic syndromes, for the renal pathology. Eyes are the first one. For cardiac, ankle swelling. For the eyelid swelling, it is the kidneys. Next one is, you are seeing the eyeball is rotated outwards. This eyeball is not closing. It indicates that there's a neurological defect is there. Here, dear doctors, see organ of expression. Without moving your hands, without moving your body, without moving your head, you can express your ideas just by eye winking. Our great cine actor, I don't say great cine actor, Priya Warrior has shown the beautiful eye winking. It has become viral for quite some time. It is due to the muscle entrance bit, my junior doctors, muscle of Riolan, R-I-O-L-A-N, muscle of Riolan, which is present in the lid margin, causes, these are all the things. So see our actress, she is expressing various expressions. So here, eye is organ of beauty. She is Mahanati Savitri. See how the eyes, and which is giving a beauty to that. And the next one is, it is an organ of psychological. It is an expression. So you are also seeing organ of expression here. Next one is organ of psychological. She is crying. So here it is also something like that. Next, coming to the disease is proper. Our great Charaka said 96 diseases. Surgeon Sushruta said 76 diseases. So we mostly follow Surgeon Sushruta because Shalakya spells like this. So I don't want to discuss. So there are Sandhigata Vyadis and Vatmagata Vyadis and Shuklagata, Krishnagata. You all know from the textbook. So what is this exactly, the pathology? The pathology says, due to the etiological factors, that is the Panchabhautikatvam, are certain in the shloka of Midyahara Viharabhyam. So irregular time, irregular food, irregular sleep, high excess, low, everything that causes that is causing the disease. It is vitiating the doshas. It is vitiating the doshas. Hence the vitiating doshas. It involves the srotas. It involves the srotas, the 38 srotas, and causing the diseases. In the previous slide, I have shown the vessels. I have shown the vessels. So it is causing it involves the 38 vessels and causing the diseases. What coming to dosha classification? Coming to dosha classification, as you know that it is vataja and pittaja, kaphaja, raktaja, tridoshaja, and extraneous causes. So vataja, there are like this nomenclature classification. Apart from this, there is also a bhota concept or bhota graha concept. In this bhota graha concept, dear doctors, as you know, abhota is the one is there. In the chikitsas, we said daiva vyapasaraya chikitsas, yukti vyapasaraya chikitsas, like that it went up. What is this? So daiva vyapasaraya chikitsas and bhota vaichyam. This is, I can say, my teacher, Chirumamila Rangarao Garu, once he is no more, he is with Almighty. My teacher is a very good teacher. He said, abhota, which is unseen, that is, which can be seen through the microscope, starting from our bacteria, virus, fungus. Nowadays, we are all dying, we are losing all over the world the coronavirus. That is abhuta, which is, we cannot see, that is seen only through the microscope. That's why this is the grahas. So in this Deva Graha or Ura Graha, so the patient, when the Graha means, we say something like mantric, something tantric. So these are the various diseases where the person suffers with, the patient will be closing the eyes, the patient cannot close the eyes. If you see the great movie Shankar Dada MBBS, in that movie, the story is one of the patient is lying on the bed, is not blinking, just is staring and just is looking into the field. Here, whereas the hero wants to prove it, the person is blinking. So these are all those graha and rakshasa graha. In this rakshasa graha, this is a purely vata disorder. Rakshasa graha. In this rakshasa graha, the eyelashes are like what do you say? Various twitchings are there, and like this you will be enjoying. And dear doctors, once again, the eye diseases are totally divided into dosha, dhatu, and mala. So here, vata disorders, I don't want to name them. This vata disorders are no. You know the shloka, pittam fangu, kapha fangu, fangu maladatava. This vata is the dynamic force. Dynamic force. It takes all the things. We will discuss in the post-segment diseases. Here, I said vata disorders. The pranavata is causing the pitta, that is tejo bhota, and coming to the anterior segment and is causing severe red eyes. Severe red eyes. It is also causing burning sensation. Hence, here also like this. And the pitta also, there are 10 to 11 diseases are there. Here also, the patient eyes becomes redness, severe redness. And coming to the kapha, see here, what do we say in allopathy? Chemosis. Here it is raktaja chemosis. Raktaja chemosis. The kapha. Like this is anterior segment diagrams I am showing. Coming to the raktaja, there is hemorrhagic conjunctivitis, internal. Coming to internal, there are hypertensive retinopathy where the bleeding is there, or the branch vein occlusion where the bleeding is there. Like that it goes on. And sannipataja, totally, where vataja, pittaja, kaphaja, raktaja, also totally is involved. Here also the totally diseases were mentioned here. And coming to the agantuja, so there are two, sannimita and animita. That is where we know etiology and where we don't know etiology. So in allopathy we say primary diseases and secondary disease. Primary disease and secondary diseases. So here, Ayurvedic anatomical classification is Vartamagata Vyadhis, that is the lid disorders. Sandhigata diseases, that is the fornices or else limbus or the angle of the anterior chamber. Dear doctors, nowadays allopathy is spending more and more and more on glaucoma, which is the silent killer, which is the silent cause for the blindness. So next one is Drushtigata. This is the vision, that is what you are starting from your hereditary diseases or from the congenital diseases or from your retinitis pigmentosa, hypertensive retinopathy, diabetic retinopathy, retinopathy prematurity, what not, and total sarvakshi rogas, total eyeball disease like endophthalmitis, panophthalmitis, retinoblastoma, like this you can be concluded. So I don't want it because Vartamagada Vagbhata said, Sushrata said, you're all equal to me and more than me because I'm just only BAMS graduate. So you're all master Shalakyas are here. So dear doctors, compare and contrast. I'll be with you to do some research work. And coming to the Sandhigata Vyadhis, here we said Sandhigata Vyadhis is eyelash and eyelid. I said eyelid and fornices. There's the junction. Next, limbus. Like that, various diseases are there. Here, and Setagata, that is white part of the eye diseases were there. And here also, Krishnagata, corneal diseases were mentioned, which are more painful. And Drushtigata, so various eye drushti, visual disturbances, starting from the corneal shape, keratoconus, keratoglobus, softening, something like cornea plana, coming to the antechamber, pupillary block, that is Drushti mandala, what we say, pupillary block, pupil dilated, starting from the lenticular opacities, coming to the vitreous problems, again to the fovea centralis, or the retina, or the macula, something like this. So, Vagbhatas and Sushrata's classification, no need for us. And allopathy says diseases of the eyes. What is the importance of the, once again I'm saying, concentrating here is, eye is not only the organ of vision, it's the expression, it's for diagnosis. Eye, how the eye suffers with the diseases, not any other organ. It's only eye. Eye means our mother-like, our sister-like. So our sister or mother, or something I can say, our nurse, who is our bread and butter in our practice. Without them, they are giving the good service. Nowadays, doctors of COVID working like anything with the paramedical staff, nurses. How I'm saying is, eye suffers with its diseases like head injuries, corneal injuries, conjunctivitis, glaucoma, or cataract. Coming to the regional diseases, if a person is suffering with the dental problems, or ear problems, or sinusitis, it affects the eye. If you have a fever also, doctor sahab, bukhar hai, eye mein dard hai, pani aata hai, like that he may says, eyes become redness. So here, eye suffers with regional diseases, eye suffers with systemic diseases. I said fever, viral fevers, body aches, feverish, chills, rigors, and eyes becomes so sore in nature. And apart from this, all our lifestyle diseases, we say they are the lifestyle diseases like hypertension, raktabharadhikyata, and madhumeha, what is the diabetes, and nutritional deficiencies. There are also nutritional deficiencies. We take low food, low calories of food, low water, like kwashiorkor marasmus. This is also seen in eye also, and eye suffers with injuries, insults, and eye suffers with psychological disease. Now we are seeing doctors, see this is the eye. So here it may suffer with the corneal problems, it may have pupillary problems, lenticular problems, vitreous problems, retinal problems. Here you see this is the regional problem, dacrocystitis or something. Here doctors, this is a very good case. It came to me 2 years back. She underwent tooth extraction of the upper second molar. This patient belongs to Guntur General Hospital, and I don't know the Guntur district. She, after removal of the caries tooth, she lost the orbital plate. So eyeball was drooped down, eyeball was become septic, and eyeball was known. And the entire orbit, starting from the frontal upper part to the maxilla, she lost. So she was taken a graft. This was a pedicle graft, and it was closed to the face. And still the patient is coming, sometimes the patient is coming to me, Dr. Saab, you can do anything. See here, this is jaundice, Kamala we say, the entire sclera, the entire connective tissue. You cannot see connective tissue anywhere. You can see in the eye proper. So the Kamala, here you are seeing these, the hypertensive retinopathy or something, the retinal changes. So ophthalmologist doctor will give by seeing the fundus, by the direct ophthalmoscope, by indirect ophthalmoscope, by 90D or 70D, he will say you are suffering with the diabetic retinopathy, or the grade, or is a proliferative or something, or you are suffering with hypertensive retinopathy. It is something like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So like this, and in the nutrition, see doctors, they are seeing the Bitot spots, something like fishy, scaly-like lesions. Here I are seeing for anemia, pale conjunctiva. And one is this injury. See, this person met an accident, eyeball has come out. Here you are seeing the tumors of the eye, cancer. This is the vitreal cancer. This is the melanoma. See, when you see any of this spot like this, don't think that is a birthmark. It may be melanoma. So take care of this one. And I am comparing eyeball with our Mahabharat Mahan. So here, eyeball, here India, three sides water is there, one side Himalayas are there. Whereas the eyeball, three sides bony wall is there, outside is the lids are there. So here, this is the orbit wall. I don't want to discuss much of the time. And the layers of the allopathy says tunica sclerosa, which consists of two layers, the sclera and the cornea, and the tunica vasculosa, it consists of three layers. It is also known as uvea. Uvea means grape-like. It consists of three parts, that is the iris, ciliary body, choroid, and tunica nervosa is the retina. And we can compare eye to the watch, like this. The anterior 1/6, here it is the glass is there, and posterior the body. Here, eye is compared to the camera. So in the camera, when I am the student, the film is there, the shutter speed is there. Iris acts like a shutter speed. This is the focal length 5.6, like that goes on. So here it is compared like this. So eye is compared with the football for the layers. Eye is compared with the watch for the anterior segment, and second the camera. So these are all the layers, and it was kept by a conjunctiva. A conjunctiva, the word is to join together. It is joining the lids with the eyeball proper. Here, so this is the cornea once again, and this is the shininess what you are seeing is there. This, dear doctors, the most important is tear film. We said Ashru Marga. How the rain is coming from the clouds, the rain is coming the layers by layers like that. It is falling on the ground is becoming soily, the plantation is there. And again the rest of the water is going to the rivers, from the rivers to the seas. Here also, in the lacrimation also, the lacrimal gland, when the eye is insulted, either physical injury, or when the eye is insulted by the systemic bodily problems, or by the psychological problem, something exam gone for, something love failure, will weep and will cry. So at that time, the tear film is disturbed. This is the tear film. This is something like oily layer. This is the watery layer. So dear doctors, if you remember our Thylabindu Pariksha of the urine, this is also can be compared like this. Here, aqueous humor, anterior chamber. Here, once again, the parts, vitreous and all those things. So, the most important here is angle of the anterior chamber. Please, dear doctors, the glaucoma is the most important disease, which is the most silent killer of many people. And nowadays, many of the people are suffering with glaucoma. So, in this glaucoma, if you remember for my postgraduate students, if you remember the nomenclature, the wording SCST. So, T for trabecular meshwork, S for Schlemm's canal, and C for connecting tubules and scleral spur. So that is very remember. So like this, the angle of anterior chamber. This is the most worst condition, glaucoma, where Surgeon Susruta said in a very different nomenclature that it disturbs the cornea, it disturbs the retina, it disturbs the lamina fibrosa, that is the optic nerve fibers, hence causing disease, the blindness, which is asadhya, he said. If you see early, as for the allopathy, you can make another track. The lens, here I said that it is something like third patala, that is medho patala. It is something like whitish in nature. Vitreous is also jelly-like. It's my thinking. It may be the third patala. So these are the parts. And the word meaning of retina is net. See, if we keep that one thing as you can catch only single fish. If you keep a net, you can keep number of fishes and else also. So retina, it collects the light rays from the horopter, from the sides, upwards and downwards. So like the retina word meaning is a net. So there are about 10 layers in the net, and this is the OCT picture of this one, the cross sections. So whenever any film of this comes, think this is the upper layer, this is the, here you see there is some gap is there. When the water forms, when the blood forms, when the retina detaches, there is a space is coming like that. When a film comes to you with the OCT, it comes like this. And here, dear doctors, this is the most important is fundus examination. In this fundus examination, you will be seeing all the blood vessels. This is optic disc. Here this is a macula, this is which is of 1.5 millimeters like this. And here there are macula fundus are this, the retina like this. And optic nerve which is about 5 centimeters in length. And here you are seeing the visual pathways, no need, and the blood supply. And here I am going for the pathology of eye disease once again. As per Ashtanga Hridaya, you know that Midyahara Vihara Bhim Shlokam I said. So excess sleep, no sleep, exposed to light, no light, over diet, no diet, irregular diet, something all goes on as per the standard textbooks. And finally, we confirm the Susruta 76 diseases and one just for this Midyahara, water, it affects the 38 blood vessels. Not only the local and the blood vessels. And he says that Abhishyanda, watering of the eye, is the main culprit and is the indicator. And the patalas I discussed with you, and the patalas and diseases. The various diseases of the patalas he mentioned, and linganasya. What is this linganasya? So the main function of the eye is vision. Without vision, you cannot. But dear doctors, by our great who has invented, Braille has invented that typewriter or that type of this thing, the persons are enjoying it. Even with the stick, now the jobs were given to the blind people also, they are successfully doing in certain offices. And like this, linganasya means it is something like you are unable to identify an object, you are unable to identify an image. So this he has given the stages like Timiram, Kacham, Linganasam. That where the allopathy says incipient stage, immature stage, or mature stage, or a hyper mature stage. Here, when this is like this, the Shalya Chikitsa is the most important. In the immature stage, if that's the yoga comes here. If you do Ksharasasana, you will avoid many of the head diseases or Shirogata Vyadis or can be controlled by this one. So this is a 4 types once again. And Sravas is also another word. Srava means the discharges. You will be seeing from the eye. Watery discharge, which is from the lacrimal glands. 2. Mucinous discharges, which is from the glands of the G's, Ross, Mans, Wolfram, and serous discharge from the hemorrhagic in nature. So he said, Puyasrava, purulent discharge by the bacterial conjunctivitis and other diseases. Shleshmasrava, this is the mucinous discharge. Raktasrava, hemorrhagic conjunctivitis, and Pettasrava, burning water. Patient says, doctor, my eyes are burning with the hot water is coming like that. So, eye disease and allopathy, see, here hereditary diseases, the cornea is lost, the cataract is there, see this injury, a nail has passed into the eye. Here it is the congenital disease, like that the eye diseases are there, and out of which the food was given importance. If your food is proper, you can avoid diabetes, you can avoid hypertension, you can avoid nutritional deficiency also. So, vitamins, you know that there are 6 important carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. These 6 are very important to keep up your health, to keep up your energy. So here, vitamin A deficiency, I have shown the diagram. It leads to xerophthalmia to corneal scarring. So here, vitamin B1, the most important is the B1. Nowadays, we are eating the rice, highly polished and polished rice. So all the B1 is lost, thiamine is lost, and the people are coming optic neuritis, congenital corneal degeneration, vitamin B12, so burning sensation of the eyes. So when the patient comes to burning sensation of the eyes, the doctors are thinking that it is something like lacrimal disturbance or something like visual disturbance. Here, vitamin B2, riboflavin, just like your stomatitis, when your mucous membrane affects your eye conjunctival mucous membrane, photophobia. Coming to the B12, peripheral notices, amblyopias. Some patients, doctors, sometimes I am seeing, sometimes not. And vitamin C, ocular hemorrhages, like your scurvy and all those things. So coming to vitamin D, cataract formation. Coming to vitamin K, like these hemorrhages. And vitamin calcium, the most important mineral, is for opacities of the lens and conduction defect. Nowadays, dear doctors, most of us are inside a room, like work from home, AC room, single room, all the members are here, oxygen is less, no sun rays, so more diseases. So lid diseases, just for the complete sake, this is the only disease, this is the chalazion. What he said, the Vartmagata Vyadis. So some are painful, some are painless. And coming to the blepharospasm, he said, this entropion, ectropion. So like he mentioned there, the Susruta mentioned there, the thick eyelids he mentioned. Low here, there's a disease, madrosis, eyelashes, fall of eyelashes. It's very clearly mentioned. When the dosha, the pitta was dusha due to the vata, eyelashes were falling away. And it is a parasitic infection, what we are seeing here. And congenital diseases like hyperemia. See, this is the purulent discharge, the watery discharge, like the discharges are there, and subconjugal hemorrhage. And these are the scleral diseases. The sclera is the connective tissue. So in the diseases like when the disease develops, rasa, rakta, mamsa, medu, asti, majja, shukla, ojas. So this is ojakshan. When the person starts ojakshan, the face is the index of the mind. Eyes are the windows of the mind. Face is the index. So here you are seeing this one like this. You are seeing here. Here again the nodules at the limbus. This is what was also explained by Surgeon Susruta. And corneal diseases. And here the corneal diseases, the sparring. He said in the Avishanda, the Adhimanta, he said various corneal ulcers, the opacities, which are painful, which are painless, which causes the disease. And here you see the iris was disturbed. Here also it was mentioned here. So this is the condition known as fungal keratitis, classical, the hypopaeon, the pus is there. What do we say, kapaja or puya is there. Here ulcer is there, the pus is there in the anterior chamber. So here glaucoma. Dear doctors, remember the glaucoma. It was for the fornicel, see it was mentioned in the angle, the sandhis here. The most important is, the classical is, the patient frequently changes, ophthalmologist frequently changes eye spectacles. Whenever a patient, either you or me, if you want to change, if you change spectacles, doctor, this spectacle is not doctor, 1 month back, doctor, the doctor is not nice. Think of the glaucoma. Second, when the person is hitting the doors, hitting the cards, hitting the sides, thinking that the person is losing the peripheral vision, hence rule out the glaucoma, and these are the various tests for the glaucoma. This is a filling and like this changes. Here in this, typically the cup is enlarged. Dear doctors, there are 1 million nerve fibers are there in the optic nerve. When the pressure is increased, when the storm is there, when the flow of water is more on the riverbank cuts away, the trees were falling away. Hence here also, when the pressure is increased in the eye, the nerve fibers are damaged and the person will have loss of vision, the field defects are there. It was clearly mentioned by Sushruta in this angle of anterior diseases. And coming to the uvea, this is the most important is, all the uveal diseases are mostly systemic diseases. Whatever the dirty food, whatever the unhealthy food you take, the ama prakopa, it causes, ama prakopa causes ama which is not digested. It is forcibly, because you don't give time for the ama to pachana. So this food enters from the portal circulation, come to the liver. The liver thinks, why bloody fellow, I will never do it. Ranjana, there is nothing Ranjana. This fluid goes and is a blocked in certain parts, like kidney damage, like your go to coma, like your uremic coma due to sugars. Uremic coma due to all your ammonia products, diabetic coma or nephrotic syndrome, where the kidneys are failed. Here, this is the condition where you are seeing. And the pupillar disorders, these are the various stages of the cataract formation. Here there is the incipient immature like this, and here there is a vitreous. The most important is vitreous. Dear doctors, please follow. You are all seeing the diabetic retinopathy persons. When diabetes levels are high, the diabetes are so-called madhumeha. 8 pramehas, out of which this prameha is the most. The first he says vataja prameha, pittaja prameha, later he comes to this prameha. Here, this is the staging of the prameha. The undigested, the sugar molecules were pushed in the shrotas, and the shrota marga was blocked. When the shrota marga was blocked, either in the kidney, either in the eye, either in the brain, either in the skin. So you will have skin damage, foot ulcers, or the kidney damage, or you may have this one, diabetic nephropathy, diabetic retinopathy, or like that. When hypertension, the salt product, the sodium product, like this, it causes. When the hemorrhage occurs in the vitreous, you know that blood clots. When it clots, it pulls, the retina is detached. It leading to retinal detachment. So doctors, so this is all the retinal detachment. Due to the clotting of the blood, this is detached. So here also you can see the retina is detached. When the retina is detached, when the retina is falling up and down, the patient says, the whatever the object is seeing, they're dancing, they're flowing up and down, they're moving side to side. You may think the person is suffering with bota or beta or some dash dash dash, and you will do all unnecessary treatment other than proper treatment. So vitreous hemorrhage, see, this is a vitreous hemorrhage. The classical subballoid hemorrhage, this is in the hypertensive retinopathy and vitreous opacities and vitreous liquefaction. As the age increases, the eyeball also, the vitreous becomes sol to gel, gel to sol. The liquid stage becomes liquid, and the pupil say, see my body, all the muscles have become loosened. The fat, the medodhatu is lost. The skin is hanging. If this can be best seen, the great movie Titanic, where the Kate Winslet is shown as a chubby child this side and the old lady on that side. So dear doctors, retinal disorders, this is the most important. You must see the fundus examination. Whenever you go to an ophthalmologist, ask your doctor, please see my fundus, retina. So this is the optic nerve, this is the macula, this entire space. This is 1.5 millimeter size, the 3 millimeters here the entire the rise present here like this. So I'll just show its conditions. This is hemorrhages, arterial narrowing, exudates. So dear doctors, vascular retinopathy, here the vascular changes are seen, here proliferative disease. So in the diabetes, the blood vessel rupture. See, when I am hungry, if I am not served food, I may think, I may go to canteen. I may get food from my mother's, somewhere like this. So here also, when the vessels are suffering with food, that is the blood, that is the nutrition, ischemia will take place. So new blood vessels will take place. So these are the new blood vessels. Those new blood vessels which are fragile in nature, they will rupture, they causes bleeding. So this is the growth of the blood abnormal vessels. So there is a proliferative stage. This will clot and they will come like this. So here the diabetic maculopathy. See, these are vascular changes. This is a neovascularization. New vessels are seen. So this is also seen in the iris. And the iris also the new vessels will come. So these are the various changes. And here, when you take the OCT, you can see compare like this. All the layers must be like this. But if you see the film like this, you think that this is, and these are the various diseases or the funduses just for hypertensive retinopathy. And here you're seeing the retinal emboli. You know that the stroke, you know that myocardial infarction, the heart suffers. So here the diseases are divided into major vascular diseases or medium-sized vascular diseases, minor vascular diseases or capillary vascular diseases. These diabetic retinopathy, hypertensive retinopathy are capillary diseases. Whereas coming to the vessels like ophthalmic artery, carotid artery or coronary artery, this causes emboli. They forms emboli and the circulation starts. There is a myocardial infarction, as you all know that. And there is central retinal occlusion. So this is CRAO, central retinal artery occlusion. So entire becomes pale. The retina becomes pale. Here like this, here is a branch. The venous occlusion is known as a tomato splash appearance. When a tomato is compressed, it splits and splashed out. So like this is one other finding you are seeing here. So branch vein occlusion. Age related, as the age is advanced, eye changes also comes. But sometimes in the practice, the person says, doctor, you have the spectacles, I'm not getting the good vision. Because there's a nutritional deficiency is there, dhatu problems is there, and you have to convince the patient. So here, premature retinopathy. So when a delivery of 7th month takes place, when you keep the person in the box something like incubator, they'll give oxygen more. Due to the excessive oxygen, see the vasculature of the vessels. So this causes another complicated. So here AIDS, the most nowadays AIDS, we are scared of the corona rather than AIDS. AIDS is controlled by the government of India successfully and government of Andhra Pradesh and Telugu people. So here, so this is the AIDS. So entire the nerves are dead. When the nerves are dead, they becomes cotton wool exudates. The cotton wool, because the nerve fiber is white in color, and here you are seeing the hemorrhages. So dear doctors, AIDS and high myopia changes and myopic degeneration, retinitis pigmentosa. This is classically mentioned like a crow feet like appearance, like a bone vascular appearance. So this when you see the fundus, so something dust or dirt which was exploited as present there. So this retinitis pigmentosa. In this retinitis pigmentosa, the patient vision is tubular vision. He will have day vision, night vision is lost. So this is one of the things you must be careful. Labors and there's a macular hole. They say this the retina hole is there due to this is drishti problems and pitta problems. The retinal hole takes place, and these are the findings just for you. This is the OCT. The players are elevated here. So here these are the various diseases and retinal detachment, optic nerve disorders. So here doctors, optic atrophy. Due to certain diseases, the entire nerve is damaged, like in leprosy, the nerve is lost. Here this is optic nerve is lost, optic atrophy, this entire loss, and sometimes you may go the best cataract surgery. If your optic nerve is not good, you have a very good bulb here, but the nerve is not there, the vision is not there. So optic atrophy and the papilledema, this is the most important sign in hypertensive retinopathy. If the papilledema is present, that means the margins are not seen clearly. There's a grade 4 hypertension. This is not only for important for the toxin of pregnancy. When a pregnant lady suffers with eclampsia means something horse. It resembles the horse. The patients will do like action of horse. So ocular squint is there, like the squint nystagmus. Now you see the movement of the eyeballs is there. The nystagmus is there. In this nystagmus, the ocular movement for the fixation of the light rays. See here the tejobhuta and the synchronization between the pitta and the vata is not. Vata is not controlling the eye to see properly. So eyes are searching. Tejobhuta is not in the action. So kapha is not present here. So here this is a diplopia, binocular diplopia, ocular tumors where it was said as Grandhi. So these are the various tumors, and third eye is the most important. As a medical students, you know the third eye. If you compare with allopathy, there's nothing is there. The frontal gyrus, precentral gyrus, postcentral. But third eye was clearly mentioned in Ayurveda. I need not explain my Ayurvedic friends. You are the better than me in this one. So what are the common surgery instruments? Surgeon Susrutas, coming to the latest. My postgraduate is doing here, operation here. So the torch, the loop, trial frame, and the trial set, and this is the role. What I am saying is, because we belong to Ayurvedic side, we don't know. Here I am testing. These are the trial frame testing, vision testing. Here I am doing the testing. Here this is known as Snellen's chart. Snellen's chart. Here this is for Snellen's chart for distant vision, and this is for the near vision, and this is the Jackson cross to know the cross axis. And here is the color vision. So color vision is important for the recruitments, for yourself also. Because if without color vision problem, when you are going the road, you can't compare the red and green and yellow. You may meet an accident. So here the various instruments. Here my postgraduates, my colleagues are doing under slit lamp examination. This is known as slit lamp black microscope. Dear doctors, you know the cornea. We are grateful to our Indian DOAS layer. Cornea had 5 layers. There's epithelial layer, Bowman's, stroma, descemetes, and endothelium. This, by splitting it by the slit, you can see all the layers, whether the pathology in this. Here also you can see how the kapha bhota, how is the tejo bhota is there. By seeing the vessels, this is the very good equipment. This is known as slit lamp, where my doctors and my postgraduates are seeing here. This is the tension to know the glaucoma pressure. You see, when you are going on a bicycle, when your friend asks lift, you press it and say, no, air is not there, I cannot take you. So this is Schiart's indentation tonometry. So we keep a mission on this. You know the pressure there. The normal is 16 to 18 millimeters per mercury. Here it is the non-cut tonometry. There is a contact. Here my junior doctor is doing like air goes and touches, and it gives her pressure. And here is also another in his appellation tonometry is going on. Here my postgraduates are doing one as the autorefractometer. Just the machine takes itself and takes place. Here my postgraduates are doing keratometry. They want to measure the corneal vertical curvature, the horizontal curvature. It gives K1, K2 readings before going to IOL operation to measure the power of the intraocular lens. It is done here. And here my staff is also doing the keratometer readings. Here there's the gonio mirrors, and here and my postgraduate. This is for the field of vision. In the glaucoma, the field of vision. I am seeing here, and I am seeing here. Just you can do it clinically also. When I am looking straight here, I can see the center here. I can see the periphery. I can see the So when the vision is losing from the periphery to the center, you suspect that case is going to tubular vision or glaucoma. So this is by the Humphreys. My postgraduate is doing the test there. This is the ophthalmoscope. It is one of the most important to see the retina. You see the retina. This is a direct ophthalmoscope. Here is indirect ophthalmoscope. My student is doing, my junior is seeing. And there are lenses like 78 and 90D. And fundus camera to know the fundus. This is a pachymeter. This is the A scan to measure the eye power. And the base scan to know the diseases. My doctor is doing the base scan and optical coherence here. This is a lag laser. Whenever there is some corneal opacities due to the lag laser, operating microscope. And here doctors, out of the most important is Sarvendriyam Nayanam Pradhanam. It is the only organ you can donate after death. So eye donation, please encourage eye donation. I don't want to boast up. Till this day, I have collected more than 2,500 eyes from Ramayana International Bank till to my stay. I have donated, I have corneal, what is the retrieval programs. I maintain 500 and I can corneal banking services also. So dear, please help for eye donation. So this is the gold message, and this is, you see, I am Dr. Kola Vijay once again. My nursing home is Almighty Nursing Home. You can have an anytime. My address is Almighty Nursing Home, Bhavanipuram, Vijayawada 12. And see, enjoy in the practice. Many types of patients comes to you and you enjoy with them. And thank you all.